A guide to smart business skills in Kuwait. Hello, my name is Jeremy Davis. I am from Clinton, Iowa. I have served in the Iowa Army National Guard for 18 years, and I am a student at Kirkwood Community College, studying in the Business Administration and Management program. The following slideshow is about how it pertains to do business in Kuwait. After this training, you'll be able to identify their culture, so you can do business with them and work with them more effectively within their culture. A quick history of Kuwait. 1613, the coastal town of Kuwait is established as a fishing village. Over time, it grows to become the capital city and is later renamed Kuwait City. 1792, the British East India Company begins to operate from Kuwait. The presence of British naval vessels reduced piracy in the region. 1896, the Anglo-Kuwaiti Treaty with Great Britain was signed. As a result, Kuwait becomes a British protectorate. 1938, large oil reserves are discovered by the U.S. British Kuwait Oil Company. The outbreak of the Second World War prevents their immediate exploration. 1946, the kingdom's oil reserves are finally open. 1950, a public works program begins and allows the population to benefit from the newfound oil wealth. 1952, Kuwait becomes the largest oil exporter in the Persian Gulf. 1960, the Kuwait dinar replaces the Indian rupee. 1961, Kuwait gains independence as the British protectorate ends. 1963, the parliament elections are held, the first ones. 1987, the U.S. begins a policy offering military protection to Kuwaiti ships in the Persian Gulf. 1990, Iraqi forces invade Kuwait. 1991, U.S.-led international coalition removes Iraqi forces from Kuwait. 1993, the UN democrates a new Kuwait-Iraq border. 2003, the first general election in which women are allowed to vote. This is important because Kuwaitis take pride in their past, and it will help you when it comes to doing business, so you have something to talk about. They have 4,137 million people that live in Kuwait. The climate and season is, your winter months is November to February, which is 46 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Spring, which is around March, is 70 degrees. Summer, which is April to September, which is 111 to 128-ish degrees Fahrenheit. Fall, which is October-ish, which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The official language of Kuwait is Arabic. Some people speak Kuwaiti Arabic, which is a Gulf Arabic dialect. English is widely used. Additional languages spoken in the country include Najij, Egyptian, Farsi, and South Levantine. Islam is the official religion, and they also follow by the Sharia, which is Islamic law. Other religions there are Christians, Hindus, Zoroastrians, Sheiks, adherents of the Baha'i faith. Participants in religious activities of Kuwait by foreigners may be limited to approval from or prohibited by local authorities. During Ramadan, foreigners are not expected to fast, but eating, drinking, smoking, or chewing gum in public during daylight hours is considered a civil offense. And they really follow by that. Their primary industries are petroleum, natural gas, agriculture, and manufacturing. The last two are very, very small. Here's a map of Iraq. Their flag, green here is on top. That faces the flagpole, and this is on the bottom. Current events. Recently, their ruler just passed away, died at 91. They just sworn in a new ruler, or Nawaf, Sheikh Nawaf, as the new Mir. Kuwait, their parliament has just did some voting on their economic and did some voting for some challenges with the virus that's going on. The Hofstede comparison, Kuwait scored 90 on their power distance, which means they accept a higher hierarchical order. They scored 25 on individualism, 40 on masculinity, 80 on uncertainty avoidance, and they didn't get rated on long-term orientation or indulgence. In business meetings, when meeting with the Kuwaiti, always greet him by title and first name. Handshakes will only occur between members of the same gender. They greatly appreciate any use of common greetings in Arabic you can muster up. You should exchange business cards in the beginning and make sure you take the time to look at theirs. Most meetings consist of small talk, discussions of health, family, people you know. Be careful during small talk not to ask about their wives or daughters, because this is not acceptable in Islamic societies and may harm any processes. Your business attire, you should have a classic, conservative, well-tailored business suit, dark-colored, black, blue, gray. Business suits are common for both genders. Men should wear classic dress shoes. Women should wear conservative heels. Don't wear open-toed style shoes. It's an Islamic country. Women should not wear anything revealing or tight-fitting clothing. Kuwaitis have a very sophisticated taste in clothing and will judge others according to how they present themselves. Business hours. It's an Islamic work week, so it's Sunday through Thursday, and their weekends are Friday and Saturday. Their typical office hours are 8 to 5, and their government works 7 to 2, closed on the weekends. Negotiation process. Arrange appointments through a trusted third party when possible. Kuwaitis prefer to do business with family members or close connections. They can be suspicious of foreign business people. Haggling is common in the Kuwaiti marketplace, and that can sometimes turn into a business meeting. Beware that Kuwaitis may use negotiation techniques that include lying, giving misleading information, and misrepresentation, but don't confront the speaker to expose an untruth, because they're trying to get the best deal. So make sure you're checking for any information received to ensure that it's valid. Fluor is a U.S.-based company. They are an engineering, procurement, fabrication, construction, and maintenance company. They just recently built Al Zouri refinery project. It is a highly complex, mega-sized oil refinery. It is one of the largest refineries in the world. They process 615,000 barrels of oil per day. When they built it, they had over 154 million hours worked at the site. During peak employment at the site, they had more than 20,000 craft workers, which spread across 3 continents. When I say craft workers, that's like pipe fitters, electricians, carpenters, insulators. So some global business skills used by Fluor. They had to establish credibility. They had to have collaboration, and they had to have that cross-cultural communication skills to deal with across 3 continents of employees. Some fun facts about Kuwait. The Kuwait dinar is the world's highest valued currency. Kuwait has the largest opera house in the Middle East. The name Kuwait means fort in Arabic. Kuwait has a rich music scene. Alcohol is illegal to buy and sell in Kuwait. Kuwait has no renewable freshwater resources. It relies solely upon saltwater desalination plants for fresh water. So in conclusion, we covered a brief history, demographics and culture, some current events, how they just recently lost their mirror and got a new one, the Hofstede comparisons, business meetings, business attire, and how you don't need to wear open-toed shoes or anything tight if you're a female, your business hours, how it's not like ours, how their weekends are Friday and Saturday, your negotiation process, how Fluor just recently constructed a new oil refinery, and some fun facts. Here's my references. I'd like to leave you a quote by General George Patton. If everyone is thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking. Thank you. There is my email, and there's the link to this document on Google, which you can just click on this link, and you will be able to see it as you please. Thank you.